Okay, this is a follow-up to our Nissan video that we filmed 6 months ago. We just wanted to give some more details on the Nissan since we've driven it and have used a lot of the features. In the front, we have a glove box. No, so one of the things that we like is me and my wife is that we have seat warmers, and you just click on the seat warmers and they obviously heat the seat up. Isn't that neat? Seat warmers, that's why they call them seat warmers. And then you have tons of different outlets if you want to charge things like your phone, or if you want to charge if you have a DVD, portable DVD or anything. So they have them all over the car, which is really good.
But the outlets in ours don't work very well.
Yeah, some of the outlets don't work. I'm not sure why. Maybe that's just because we did get the car used, so maybe something happened before. But it does have a lot of the features that you might have needed a few years ago, like some of the atlases and maps and automatic stuff, some Siri and GPS and things like that. But you can do all that with your phone, so a lot of it's not needed. And it has a full AC and heating unit that goes all the way to the back, so you can turn it independently on. You don't have to just use yours and put yours on high and the kids are still freezing, or
but we have found that
warm.
The air conditioning doesn't work the greatest in the back.
Yeah, because it's heating up. I mean, it might work okay, but it's heating up a big area or cooling a big area, so it seems like it doesn't work as much rather than in your front. Okay, so these came with the car. These kids right here, this little hash. Little hash. We've been feeding him for 6 months. And then here. Then we got little Mackie Mutes. Another thing the car came with is a pressures. See? But these seats, they can come completely out. The only bad thing, which it actually isn't if you're not going to take your seats in and out very much, because the car itself is built robust. It's like a tank, so everything on it's very heavy, which is very good for safety. But it's hard to get the seats in and out because they're very heavy. They're very heavy seats, but they have rollers. So you can tip the seat and roll it to wherever you want to store it to. So we just put them in our garage. We took the middle seats out. And you could definitely, if you wanted to sleep in your car or something like that, you could put a mattress or a blow-up mattress in there. There's
three more seats right here.
Yeah, there's
we can fit a twin-size bed in here if you needed that.
And one of the things we were thinking is you could turn this seat around and face those seats so the kids can kind of play and stuff. And technically you can do that, but it's not really made to do that. So when you turn it around, you can do it, but because the seats are actually longer when you turn them around, going to these hooks, you actually have to cut out with a metal saw. You'd have to cut out about an inch, about half an inch, in order to fit the seat. So they will work that way, but you have to do some custom fitting for it. And once you do that, then you're done. It's fine. But I'm not going to do that because I don't want to. But you could do that. I saw that on YouTube. That's why. That's how I know. And then the back. You know, the back is what it is. It's not huge.
Well, we don't like how there's not a whole lot of trunk space. That's the.
And actually, there's not going to be because you sacrificed the seats. For
there really isn't. Oh gosh, we've been buying dirt. It's pretty dirty. But there's very limited amount of storage space back here.
But of course, if you close this door,
you can pile things
then
up
you can pile
higher.
things very, very high. And then you end up shutting this door. So you can actually, since it's a tall vehicle, you can actually store a lot more than you think. If you shut that door and then just pile it up and then you end up shutting that door. So
but if you're not using all of the seats in front, then you can put groceries and stuff.
Yeah, if you take the back seats out, it actually gives you a lot of room if you don't need them, or if you just need to take one out, it gives you a lot of room. You can fit a lot in there.
But we have the Nissan NV 3500 SL. So there's different there's different levels,
Go to Molly.
not levels.
Models.
There's different models. So this one is actually the highest one.
For that year, I think it's
For
I
that
think it's
year.
one of the highest ones, which means it has the seat warmers and it has the V8 engine. I like the V8 engine because it gives you more power to move instead of feeling bogged down if you might have a V6. Because we have a lot of people and we have a lot of things.
And it's a teeny one. Well, the one thing that we don't like about it is that this is obviously a family car built for a large family, or if you have a bunch of grandkids or something, and they put tan.
Go on the other side.
They put tan flooring in. So it does get very dirty. We actually went to the beach, so there's sand in here too right now. But that's the one thing that we were a little troubled by. We were hoping to get one that perhaps had a black mat that could be easily wiped off. But
it really isn't that big a deal because the floor is the floor and you just vacuum it up. It's fine here.
I don't eat it. When you're done with it, pull it.
so here's a look at the engine.
Well, the good thing about the hood is it has hydraulics, so you don't have to actually.
Move your hands, move your hands.
You don't have to put a pole or anything up. You can just open it. It has hydraulics.
That's neat.
on it.
We've actually not really.
And the engine, you know, it's a V8, 5.6 liter, so it gives you good power, especially if you want to. We had a whole thing of a whole rick of from Lowe's, a whole rick of dirt, and put that in the back, and it didn't give it any problems. So it has a lot of power to it, and the engine actually looks very simple. It's not crammed up because it's a much bigger vehicle. So if you had to work on it, unlike say like the Pilot, you got good hand space, rather than kind of hurting your knuckles trying to get in there to do something. Or if you had to change the battery, the batteries, most of the stuff that you would need to do anything with is standalone, instead of being jammed up by a pipe or a wire or something else that you can't get into. So it kind of looks very usable. And there's a lot of it's electric too. A lot of it's gone to more
You can
simplified
change all
features.
the stuff pretty easily.
Yeah.
Windshield wipers.
Yeah, because the windshield wiper fluid's right here, and that's a huge. A lot of this stuff is so big that you probably wouldn't run out like you would in a normal vehicle.
So that's nice.
Yeah, this is a pretty big well. A lot of these wells are.
How does it do on gas, would you say?
Oh, it's horrible on gas. But if you don't ever drive it because it's a family vehicle, if you have a secondary vehicle that you run out and do things in, if you only take this like on trips or if everybody has to go out to like a restaurant or something, then it does very good on gas because you're not using it.
But you know, it does last for hours and hours on the trip. Like
It does.
You only have to stop.
I mean, it does, but I think it only
times?
gets 12 to 13 miles a gallon because it is such a heavy vehicle. The vehicle itself has not sacrificed safety for gas mileage, which is fine.
Yeah, we also feel like it's a safe vehicle because it's so
like the Transit,
tough.
the Ford Transit is going to be a lot lighter and probably give you better gas mileage, but it's you know,
so it's like a trade-off.
It's a tuna can. I mean, it's you absolutely get crushed. Or it's like a can of soda. It's just going to get crushed if something hits it. So this thing is a lot safer. So we like it.
It's kind of nice how you close that. We're gonna ask a couple of the kids what is. Okay, Maylabelle, what do you like about the car?
What do you like about the car, Belle?
Nothing. Okay. So hey, Lee, what is something that you like about the car? This big car that we have now. From a kid's perspective, what is something that you like?
The seats get out?
The seats can come out? Okay, yeah, that's convenient. We went to the beach and we took out 3 of these seats. That way we had a little more room to walk around. Okay, Micah, what's one thing that you like about this new car that we've had this year?
I like the room, and I like a lot of seats, and
So there's more choices of places you can sit. That's
and
true.
I like a back seat because backs when you expect them.
Okay, so we can put some of the little ones in the back so they don't bother us, right? Molly, what's something that you like about this Nissan NV?
I like that they have cup holders in it.
Okay, show us the cup holders. Okay.
There's another one over there.
Yeah, there's a Yeah, it's a lot of cup holder spaces. So
seat has come.
yeah, Lucy, what's one thing that you like about the Nissan NV?
Like so deep.
Okay, there's lots of storage in that middle console. That's true. So we do like that a lot.
That's right, there are a lot of cup holders.
Yeah, there is a lot of cup holders. It just goes down. Got some wipes and coupons in there. I'll do you too. Okay, Maximus, what's one thing you like about the Nissan NV?
And a wall.
The door.
And
That's one thing I actually don't like about the car. You got her?
It'd be nice if there was 2 doors, like on each
I would
side.
like it if there was a button that you could hit to close the door, because this door, our driveway's on a hill, and every time it's actually very hard to close the door.
Mom, I like to walk.
Well, we park.
Oh, the kids like to lock the door.
So it won't slam shut.
And I like
Okay, hold on. Let me ask Luke. Luke, what's one thing you like about the Nissan NV?
I'm going to say I guess.
You like to go to the zoo in the Nissan NV?
Yeah.
Stop.
Yeah, that's a good one. Maylabelle, how about you, baby?
Baby, how about you?
She likes exploring. What'd you find, huh? Okay, so one thing I like about this car is the backup camera, because it's such a big car. It's really hard to see out of with all of the seats. So you could show them how the seats are so high. So you really can't look out your back window. So right here in the dashboard on the screen here, it has a backup camera when you back up. I know a lot of cars have them today, but it's especially important with a car of this size.
Yeah, you're not backing up blind.
No.
You can see what's behind you, and if you're driving down the road.
Oh, and also the car will beep if a car is driving too close behind you. The car will beep. If you're too close to anything on any side or front or back, the car will beep.
Yeah, so it makes
let you
parking
know.
it makes parking with a big vehicle easy, because
Yeah.
you can just pull right in and wait for the beep. And
Or
you,
if you're walking in front of the car, it will beep.
yeah, so
if somebody
anybody,
is walking.
yeah,
in
so
front.
it's safe. So if your kids are out and maybe you thought they were in, it automatically beeps so you don't run anybody over, which is a really good feature.
And it also beeps when it's low on gas.
That's right. That's a good
Let's
feature
see
too,
now.
because I'm always low on gas. Yeah. Okay, the only was driving it, not that it's a bad thing or a good thing, because a big vehicle you would expect to have a big turn radius, but this really has a massive turn radius. You can't just turn on a dime. There are some bigger vehicles that they're made like that. I'm not sure why. Maybe it's the wheel type, the size of it. They can't. The wheel well would have to be so huge, but I don't know why they can't just make the front wheel almost do a 90-degree turn.
Yeah, you really have to move that whole
but
steering wheel around.
it doesn't. The wheels don't turn very sharp, so you have to have a huge turning radius if you're turning around somewhere. It's not going to be a tight turning radius if you're in a tight area.
And it is a loud car. You can kind of hear it coming down the street because it's a V8,
it's got a V8,
which is
so-
fine. We're just not used to
It has a
it
sort of a
being so loud.
diesel roar,
Yeah.
which is kind of fun, but
It definitely is loud.
yeah, but it definitely turns like a big box,
Big box.
which is what you would expect with a big box vehicle.
That's right. But hold on. Let's do some final thoughts here. Are you overall glad that we got this car? Has
Oh
this
yeah,
been?
this is a great vehicle. It's got everything you would need as a family, but minus some of the things that you would want luxury-wise. Like you might want 2 doors or 4 doors.
Yeah.
Get
So
in
okay.
easier.
So here's the other thing. There's only one door for the kids to get in. This one door. So the other side. So it's more spacious inside, but there is no other door. So it
But I
kind
think
of.
you can make a vehicle like this with 2 doors and not sacrifice any of the seating. You don't need this big a step. You could have the step just kind of come out. It could even
It is
just
a
come
big.
out. You
Yeah,
could just
here,
step
they're
on a
gonna- they're
rail.
gonna demonstrate. Here's the big step.
But you don't need all this. This is just a wasted step. You know, this should all come out. Have 2 doors, 2 sliding doors. I know there are vehicles that have 2
Some of them
sliding
have
doors.
a middle aisle. This one does not. It just has the one aisle on the side. But I think
Yeah.
overall we're really happy with the car. We've been very blessed to have it, and we've been able to go on a couple of trips this year.
Yeah, and it
with it, and-
allows the kids to space out. Now, they'll still fuss at each other, but they do it from a distance rather than being on top of each other. Instead of whacking each other close, they throw stuff at each other.
I don't want to add
No,
that.
but no, you can space the kids out a lot more, which helps out. But if you start getting tons of kids, which we have, you're gonna fill up all the seats anyways.
It's on my belly.
Because we're pregnant again.
Okay.
That's the 16th right there.
No, 8.
16?
8.
8, okay.
Okay.
Are you gonna go for 16?
No.
No.
Okay.